no lighter, no problem. Now then, YouTube, hope you're all well. Just loaded up half a bowl of Samuel Garworth chocolate flake. I believe it's some that Mark Welsh Piper sent me. Top guy he is. Really enjoying it. It's like a predominantly a Virginia blend with some Latakia and some Burley, and obviously a chocolate topping, which seems to work quite nicely. It's a very light aromatic. You know, I think there's some sweetness there, and then you've got the Burleys and the Latakia, and they sort of take, for me anyway, the forward note, and then in the background there's that bit of Virginia, so it's really nice. It should be going now in the LCS mortar pipe. Lovely pipe. So it's been a while. I do apologise, guys. We've been busy doing one thing and another, and we've been going to christenings and all sorts of things, and one thing and another. Back training at the gym, so that's 3 nights a week. What I've been doing that, so yeah, I've been very busy. But I've just spoke to Simon. Nice to hear that everything's all right over there, and he's sort of saying he's got a few holidays coming up, it sounds of it, and I've made some little things for on some pipes, which Dale Piper, if you're watching, you really need to look out for his Yabo, because it'll definitely pique your interest, because it's Sherlock Holmes related. So there you go. But we're going to, by the way, the reason why I keep relighting this is because I'm smoking it straight out of the jar. I was watching a video from Pipe Cassidy Piper that said you get a lot more sweetness from the topping if you don't dry it out. Now, that's definitely true, and also the fold stuff. It's definitely true, but obviously no, it's not quite right because I can't keep it lit. So we best put that down for a minute. And the purpose of this video is to show you the progress the digger has made. It is 99% done. It only really needs a good clean and a rubber mat, I think. So before we go any further, let me just put some pictures up there. To remind us how far it's come, and let's take a look. So here she is. Like I say, it wants to go clean. The glass is covered in cobwebs and such like, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out. As you could see from them photos, it had got nearly every piece of glass in it smashed. New bucket from Dig Bits. You know, they're not paying me to say this, not that they would, because I've only got a tiny channel, but if anybody in the UK, I don't know if they ship abroad, wants any bits, there's a guy there called Ollie. Deal with that guy called Ollie there, and anything you order before 3 o'clock, I think it is, it'll be there next day. It's a good price, good quality, and it's always there next day. I'm sure it's 3 o'clock. So I mean that 3-foot bucket, it's just over £200. I mean, it's a lovely little bucket. Can't make one for the money. That just puts things into perspective. every bush, every pin's from Dig Bits. I've just put that side window in there. So this is not perfect by any means. Here they'd got it stuck on a tree, I think it was here or here, and they'd ripped that frame, had all tore out. So I managed, with heat and panel beating, managed to get that out. There's the roof liner, looking particularly well. Tracks have cleaned up nice. There's no leaks on it, it's just where it's been greased and then the sun's got on the grease. Done the same on the rear blade. It all wants cleaning off. We take a look in the cab. One of the other jobs that wants doing is we need a new gas strut for there, because it's not holding the arm up. But here's a guided tour of the cab. Radio, speakers, more speakers, brand new seat, clocks all working, horn working, heater working, new lock on, new handle all been painted up. There's a new bobbin to hold the door back. Aerial, hopefully that'll be out the way. If it is in the way, you've got a problem because you've smashed your door up. And I think it's easily done if you're just not concentrating. So the last sort of thing is probably that gas strut, a good clean, and I'd like to make a rubber mat for here. And that's about it for the machine. I've done a bit of work with it this morning, only very little bit, and it seems to perform alright. So that's the digger. Moving on, there's Isla. Isla's good girl, she wants a bath. We've got all the dogs here today because the dad's on holiday. That's the latest edition, the French Bulldog, and this is Millie, my dad's dog, Millie. She's a Plummer Terrier. My old girl. And the Series 1 is, again, 99% complete. What we're going to do. The winch is fitted. Nice Land Rover winch. I think we've got the prop shaft to put on. Oh, by the way, John, if you're watching, I found another prop shaft, so I'll have to speak to you about that. I also thought it was worth mentioning for you guys who are watching this on a Land Rover conversion, from a Land Rover conversion perspective. I will do a more in-depth detailed video before the Land Rover goes on exactly how I did it, you know, because the little things can take a lot of time. So if I can save you guys some time, some legwork, I will do. For example, how I mounted the air filter, how I did the exhaust manifold, you know, the body mounting there, what I did there, and what we used for a steering mechanism, how we modified the intercooler, all the things that we did I will do on another video, so that you pipe smoking guys who couldn't really care don't have to see it, but you Land Rover boys can have a look and see what you think, and see what your thoughts are, you know, whether you think, well, that's a good idea, Phil, or hang on a minute, Phil, I did it like this is a lot easier. Because that could be the case. You're never too old to learn, and I'm always willing to learn. So let me know, guys. The bumper's straightened up remarkably well because it looked like they'd been ramming trees with it. In the cab we've got some new seats. No seat cushions for the rears yet, but sure they'll come. In here, this is the hydraulic spool valve for the winch that's mounted in there. This button puts that button there puts the PTO in and out of gear. That's all nicely done. All the floors are back in. Gearbox tunnel. John, the guy who owns it, is after sort of a original looking Series 1, I believe. Series 1 in its work clothes, but really nice and mechanically sound. Hopefully that's what we've achieved, because if it gets nice and shiny like my 110, that's sort of restored that, I don't know, 4 years ago. It's a permanent job to keep it looking shiny. We've mounted the hydraulic tank underneath the wheel arch. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on, I got me. There. It's a big old tank. Made this lid for it. That's the cap for the tank. So yes, it's all about done. Starts, runs, drives, stops, winches. Again, John, if you're listening, I've tried the brakes again. We was wondering if there was something wrong with them. They seem fine. I suppose the test is taking it a run down the road and see what's what, really. Which, if I do, I'll try and take you guys with me. We'll go a ride down the road together. The only downside to that is I don't think you'll hear bugger all, but we'll give it a go. What have I been smoking? I've been smoking some Germain's Rich Dark Flake, Special Latakia, Eileen's Dream, plum pudding. I really like plum pudding. I can always fancy plum pudding. And as I say, I've been enjoying this Bob's Chocolate Flake. Seems to be going a lot better now. So, what YouTube channels have I been watching? Armchair Piper, Barmdo Hobbyist. I was watching how he was making your jar lids. Fantastic idea. I've been watching some off topic on pipe smoking, but connected to Land Rovers. I've been watching some more Britannia restorations. That's a guy from Canada, English guy who lives in Canada, and makes an extra special job of everything he does. He's just actually put a Salisbury axle on a 110, which is basically an axle from an earlier Land Rover, arguably stronger, on a Puma 110. A guy who was travelling Canada, or travelling the world, an English guy, just so happened to break his Land Rover in the same town as this guy lives, so he helped him rebuild the back axle. In Canada, you're not allowed to import anything Land Rover wise that's newer than 23 years old, so we ain't got no parts to fix the, I don't know what reg it'd be, say a 14, 15 plate Defender. So they made some old parts fit, but it's definitely not a bodge. Perfect job. So I've been watching him. Obviously Simon, Bubba, BJV Pipes, cracking out some fantastic pipes. They all are. Every pipe maker is special in their own way. definitely. H pipes, I haven't seen many pipes from him recently, but he always seems to make a really nice pipe. Jack Ryan just made a pipe for Welsh Piper with a lovely white stem. I think he's showing that on his latest video. So yeah, there's plenty of content about at the moment. Welsh Piper's been a little bit quiet, understandably, because he's had some health issues, but you know, he's getting through all that now. He's topside with his health, so I'm pleased to say that he's back posting again. I notice Pipes of Old, he's doing some really good content. And also Mutton Chop Piper's done a beginner's pipe kit that somebody's selling. I think it's $37. You get a pipe roll, a pipe cleaners, you know, everything apart from a lighter, everything you need for smoking a pipe for a beginner. He highly recommends it. It looks, it's a 9mm filter pipe. I think that's ideal if you're starting out. So if any of you guys are starting out and you just happen to stumble across my channel, get over to Mutton Chop Piper. One of his latest videos is on this beginning pipe kit, this beginner's pipe kit. Get it checked out. Or if you're a regular pipe smoker and you know somebody who's wanting to give it a go, it's ideal. So no excuses. Keep it lit. And that's it. Obviously I'm rambling on. I'm going home now for some tea, and I'm looking forward to checking out Dale Piper's latest video. I've not seen it yet, but I can't wait. So until next time guys, thanks for watching, and for God's sake, keep it lit.